Blog Talk Radio.
I have yet to discover a job where it pays to look less than your best. Style is the way you say who you are without having to speak. There's no one else like you in the world. You are unique. Find your unique style and you will never again have to agonize over what to wear. Call for a free 15-minute conversation to see how Style with Aplomb can change your image and move you to greater success. 404-428-2527. That's 404-428-2527.
Unmarket Your Business, the podcast. Born out of the need to share strategies and techniques that really work to market your business. Think yellow page ads and cold calls are your only choices? That's so last century. You're about to learn tested, tried and true marketing techniques you can apply and master, ones that feel authentic instead of salesy, strategies that are true to who you are and how you want to present yourself to your ideal clients. Let's join our host, Carol Joyce Dunlop, in the studio now and allow business success to move forward. Hey, everyone. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm Carol J. Dunlop, your hostess with the mostest. I am the online WOW strategist and also Amazon #1 international best-selling author. How are you doing this weekend before Memorial Day and the weekend after the royal wedding? Did you watch the royal wedding? I did. Let me hold up my hand high. And I enjoyed every single moment. It was so awesome. And I want to say that poor Meghan and Harry, Prince Harry, the Duke and the Duchess, they're just getting it from all ends. Oh, my God. She goes out, they make their first appearance, and then they crash some website of where she had her beautiful outfit on, which I must say she looked a little matronly, but, hey, she's going to have different looks, I know. And then also I was in the store yesterday, and I saw the tabloids. They're not going to be married 5 years and just all that stuff. Can't y'all just let some young love continue? And so what if they're married a day? Who cares? They're in love right now. They had a beautiful, awesome wedding, and I wish them many, many years. Both of them come from a broken home. So what? Don't we all, huh? So let's let the young people alone. Let them do what they need to do because they are having fun, and they don't care what anyone says. That's what I love about Prince Harry. From the moment he arrived on this earth, he has always been one of the people to just think outside the box, be outside the box, and look what he's gone and done now. I just love it. I think Princess Diana would be so proud. Hopefully she's able to look down on them, whatever you think about heaven and, your next life and stuff. I hope that she can see, because I know she would be so proud of how she brought those kids up and what the great and awesome human beings they've turned out to be. And they're making more human beings. I mean, shoot, Prince William has 3 kids now and a beautiful wife. So that's my take on the royal wedding. I think in the coming days and months, I'm really going to get sick of seeing them because I think everything they do is going to be on some page or another. And I don't know if Harry can resist being, in the spotlight. I know Prince William did. You saw him a lot, right after they got married, and then you don't hear that much from him, at least not over on this side of the pond, and he keeps his life very contained. So let's hope that they do that because they deserve happiness like everyone else. And that's kind of what inspired me to do this episode today because I didn't have a guest, and it's just me and you sharing some great stuff about being an entrepreneur. And I was looking online, as I do a lot when I do my research, trying to find out, what things are going on, who's doing what's happening. And I ran across this article by Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Jada's husband, Willow, and I can't think of the boy's name. It'll come to me in a minute. Their dad, Will Smith, love him, love all the stuff that he's done and how he keeps things under wrap. Well, he's coming out with some new music. It's been 13 years since his last album has come out, and he did an article that was on, he didn't do an article. They did an article about him, I think on MSN or something, and he was saying, don't mess with my family. Everybody's talking about him and Jada divorcing. They've been together for a long time, and rumors, and he was like, don't mess with us, don't mess with my clique or something. He used some expletive words that I will not say now. You can go look them up yourself. And he was talking about, his wife and his kids, leave them alone, they're okay, and don't mess with us. And I think it's awesome. They also quoted him as saying that a few years ago he was doing a movie, a TV show, and an album every single year. And he said he just felt like that was just churning. He was, I didn't realize he was putting out so much, we call it content now, but he was. Every time you always look for him around summer to be putting out maybe a Men in Black sequel or some alien type movie that was going on, because he did his research and found out that people love aliens and they love stories and they love stuff in the summer. So he was always putting out some crazy thing. After a while, his movies kind of got like, okay, well, stop this. He was doing music, he was doing his TV show, and then I think he kind of got into the things with his kids. So he's been like laying low. So he said he's re-energized and ready to go and ready to do some stuff now. So that got me to thinking about the grinding and the hustling that we're doing as entrepreneurs. And do you see how it's working? If you don't see how it's working, you need to take a step back and look at what you're doing. And let's get this thing to going. Let's get it to working, because you went into business for yourself because you knew you could make a difference in somebody's life, especially your own. You felt like you could do whatever it is you're doing, you could do it better than what you were doing for someone else. So you said, why not? Let's just, strike it on my own and I can do this. But maybe it hasn't turned out to be what you thought it would be, and now you're kind of rethinking things. I know I do it all the time. On a daily basis sometimes, on a weekly, monthly basis, I'm like, man, should I get a job? Should I go back to work? I have said that I am not a good employee, but sometimes you do have to make some concessions on things, and you have to make them turn into work for you. So let's explore some things about how you can get your business working and get your life to be better, because grinding every day and hustling every day, working your fingers to the bone and working until you have nothing, you end up with nothing. Your kids and your grandkids grow up without you, your spouse goes on to something else, your friends forget about you, and all you've got is that business that you wanted so bad, but now it isn't even doing what it needs to do. So I wanted to do this because I wanted to help you and me, because this is a cathartic kind of thing. When I help other people, I inadvertently help myself to be better at what I'm doing. So I came up with some things that I want to share with you, and I hope that this will definitely help you. So what is grinding? Grinding to me is working yourself to the bone. Even though we say, you're on the grind today or you grinding, it's usually reserved for someone who's in a job and they got to get up and go to that job every single day. They don't necessarily want to be doing that, but that's what they got to do. So, I just saw a notice come in. But, you don't want to do it, but you got to do it. And it's bad when you think about your business like that. Are you grinding in your business? So you get up every day and you're like, oh, my God, I don't even want to get up. I don't even want to do this thing. I don't want to nothing. And it turns out to be not a good thing to do. And you feel like totally overwhelmed and like, why did I get into this? I need to just go back to work. So the thing is, I want to talk about this thing about going back to work. What do you mean? Are you going to lay down your business and go back to work, put everything into your full-time gig, your grind or whatever, or are you going to find something where it can be, like I like to say, mindless? Not as in a chimpanzee can do it, but something that you don't have to put a lot of yourself into, but you can still do it well. Because when you go to work with someone, you really want to work for them in a good way. You don't want to just be there just to get a check. You want to be a good employee, at least as good as you can be, and whether you are aspiring to go to the next level or not. So if you're thinking of picking up a job that you can do that can bring in some steady money, because I'm telling you, steady money makes a big, huge difference in what you can do. When you have steady money, you can pay for advertising on Facebook and Google ads, and you can pay for other services that you may not be able to get right now. And you can actually look at growing your business. You may be able to hire an admin or a VA, a virtual assistant, who can help you do these other things that you don't even want to do, all with steady money. But when you're just out there grinding and hustling and trying to figure out, where your next dime or paycheck or payment is coming from, it just can be so overwhelming you can't get anything done because all you can think of, next paycheck, and your creativity suffers, and what you do best suffers. Okay, hustling to me is thinking of every which way to make a buck. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's not. In your business, if you're hustling, think of some things that you can put on sale and all that, not to devalue. You have to approach this with a strategy too. You can't think of, man, I can just put this stuff on sale, do it for much less, and then you're devaluing everything you're doing. You have to have a strategy, have a plan, and figure out what things can you offer at a discounted price that will be what is known in the business world as loss leaders, meaning you may lose some money on selling this one particular thing, but in the end, by gaining a loyal client, a loyal customer, you're going to be good. It's going to be okay. You're going to be able to do some other things that maybe that client is that one quote-unquote cash cow that's going to come in on a $97 thing or a $67 or $57 thing that normally you would charge more money for. They come in, they see how awesome you are, and it leads to other things. That's what I'm talking about, a loss leader. You may lose money on whatever it is that you're selling at in the beginning, but in the end, the lifetime value of that client staying on with you and doing other things with you is going to be so much greater than that little thing that you sold them. Because I started doing, and I got this idea, God, gave me this idea, downloaded it into my spirit. I have to credit Eugenia Trailblazer Rucker for that phrase that she laid on me, and I was like, I'm using that because that sounds just like what happens sometimes. I'm waking up in the middle of the night, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, my God, I need to do this. So God laid it on me, like, look, you have these 4 pillars of online business success. Put something on special, on sale, each week that reflects one of those pillars. And so that's what I did. I have a website special. I have a video special that's for content marketing. The website special is, of course, for the WOW website. For social media marketing, I have that's going on right now, and that is the social media success strategy. It's regularly $97, and you can get it this week for only $67. And you can go to the website, CSIcorporation.com/SMSS-SP for the special, and you just have to enter, I'm sorry, I gave you the long one, CSIcorporation.com/SMSS67. CSIcorporation.com/SMSS67. So if you go there, I forgot that I shortened that link. So go there. You can read all about the social media success strategy. And if you put in the code SMSS67, you'll get $30 off. So that's for those 2 things. And then I also have the email marketing 101, which I put on sale in the coming weeks. And then I have the content, email, social media. Contents for the video marketing. And then this week is social media marketing. And then I have the email marketing that I'm going to put on sale, and then the website. So each week I'm going to have something on sale. So if you miss it, you can wait till the next week and get it. But it's like an entry-level thing that when people purchase, they just get, they get something really, really good, but it's a lower price than it would be, so I can offer it as a special. But it gives them an introduction into the things that I can do on a bigger level. The website design special is only 2 hours. You can't build a website in 2 hours. You cannot. I don't care what kind of website place you're using. You can't do a website in 2 hours. So think about some things like that you can do that can be entry level or loss leaders for you. And then I want to talk about profiting. Is walking away with money, and putting some things that are loss leaders on special will help you walk away with money. You at least it's going to be some money coming in. In the end, depending on what it is that you're going to do, it may not be the big cash cow thing, but it could lead to that because the clients will see how awesome you are, what you put into what you did, and they want more from you. Because the thing now isn't just to get a one-time client, it's to get someone who stays with you year after year after year after year and keeps staying with you. All right? So we're going to take a quick break to acknowledge our sponsor. I'll be back, and we're going to talk some more about your strategy to avoid burnout, and then how you can get on the radar of people who can and will pay you. We're right back.
Here is what one client had to say. I was struggling in my career and didn't understand why. I was working hard, getting to know the right people, and putting myself forward every day, but I couldn't seem to get ahead. And then I remembered something Beryl taught me. The clothes we wear aren't just things we put on. They're a signal to the world about who we are and what we aspire to be. I was amazed at how quickly people's perception of me changed thanks to her advice. I received a huge raise at my yearly evaluation that reflected not only my hard work, but my value as an individual. More importantly, the confidence my new wardrobe gave me had opened up opportunities I never would have had previously. It's not about buying a new suit or watch. It's about changing how the world sees you and how you see yourself. I will forever be grateful to Beryl for teaching me that. Visit our website at www.stylewithaplomb.com to learn more about how we help clients change how the world sees them. That's www.stylewithaplomb.com.
Hey, we're back. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We're talking about grinding, hustling, and profiting, and how you can avoid burnout and get paid. we all want to get paid, don't we? So before the break, I was telling you about how I'd read the story about Will Smith and how he was talking about he was churning. He had to take a break, and now he's re-energized. That's what we're talking about, being energized every single day. Because this week and last week was really rough for me with Mother's Day, and just, I don't know, so much emotional stuff came over me. I had to really just sit back and allow myself to grieve. I mean, my mom's been gone from this earth over 25 years now, but still it just hits you so hard sometimes. And my creativity was gone. I don't know. Everything was it was done. And then we had 2 other deaths of close friends. Their moms passed just before Mother's Day. It was a lot. So I had to really just sit back, stop, and allow myself to grieve, to get over it, to get past it. And I'm almost there, almost 100%, almost back to 100%. So we're talking about grinding, hustling, and profiting. And profiting is walking away with money. Now, there is nothing wrong with grinding and hustling, but you need a strategy for a successful outcome, or you're going to hit burnout. If you're just grinding every day, hustling 24/7, you're not going to be able to keep that up for very long. You're going to lose your creativity and a lot of your clients, and that you have to do what you always wanted to do. And we do not want that to happen. So here's a couple of things that can help you. Number one, I want you to think about what your best attributes are, the thing that you do that nobody else does as well, the stuff that you know how to do that no one else wants to or can do like you. It was so funny. I was on a call with another client, and we were talking about redoing her speaker reel. And she said she had been contacted by someone who said, hey, I'll do a speaker reel for you for free because I want to, build up my portfolio. And so she said, great, okay, let's use you. And, I mean, hey, when you're getting something for free, you're getting something for free. So let's see what you can do, and if it turns out great, awesome. So she sent him the speaker reel that I did for her last year. And she said when the guy got it, he was like, oh, I can't do that type of stuff. I can't do something like that. I just don't know how. He was naming, there's a lot of transitions, and she did some cutting and splicing, and she did all this, bringing in these songs. I just can't do all that. And I thought, I almost fell out of my chair. I thought it was so friggin' funny. So she came to me and she said, Carol, I need to get my speaker reel redone. Let's talk about redoing that at the end of the summer. I was like, awesome, totally awesome. So there's a client who was going to go with someone else for something free, and she's going to come back to me because of what I provided, the service I did for her, how much she liked it, and she's going to pay me. So think about those things. What are your attributes? What is it that you do? Are you the best at, videoing something where no one else knows how to do it? Even if you don't call yourself a professional videographer, maybe people turn to you and say, "Hey, can you take this picture? Can you do that? Is that one of your strengths? What is it? Is it talking with clients and get them, get the marketing strategy out of their head? Is it showing them how to use Facebook or Instagram, how to do social media stuff, whatever it is, how to get their budget in check?" And that is not my lane, so I stay out of it. But if you are that person that tells people, who shows people, hey, you can get your budget in check by doing this, this, and this, then, hey, go for it. Get those things together. I want you to get a sheet of paper, and I want you to just brainstorm. Write it all down right now, or after we get off the podcast. We don't have that much longer. So after the podcast, I want you to think about what are the things you do best and the things that people tell you. You're great at this. You're awesome. This is your space. Write that stuff down. And then the next thing I want you to do is I want you to get on the radar of people who can and will pay you for what you're doing. Not the people who want to pay you. Not the people who say in some day, somehow, some way, I'm going to use your service. I'm talking about the people who want to pay you right now. So a couple of ways you can do that. You go on the web. You can go to Craigslist. You can search groups, Facebook groups. You can search Google communities. You can even search on Twitter for people who are looking for, remember that attribute list I told you about? Well, turn that into some search words and put those words in Google, in Facebook, on the Internet, and see who's looking for that. And then when you find those people that are looking for that, approach them. You can approach them in a group. Most of the time when people in a group, they're open to hearing something from you. I'm not talking about sliding in the DMs, but at least, put some posts up there that kind of allude to you're the best at what you do. You don't have to say, I'm the best at doing this, but just showcase your knowledge, your experience, your authority in the posts that you create. Maybe you created an article about the 1, 2, 3s of creating a budget, and then put that article on your blog. Then you create a graphic that says 3 things you have to know about budgeting, or you'll lose all your money, something like that, and put that out in Facebook or post it on social media. You can put it in some groups, depending on the days when they're talking about promoting your stuff, and promote your blog posts. The other thing you can do is to network in person, online, and offline. And I'm talking about networking where you can actually approach someone and say, hey, do you have anyone? Let's keep with the financial thing since that's not my thing, but I can talk about it as far as getting help. So you approach someone who has a community of business owners and they need to know about their finances, and you say, hey, owner of this group, I would love to come on and do a Facebook Live about how you can fit advertising into your budget for your business. And maybe you have three ways you can fit budgeting into your business, even if you have no money, that type of thing. So they're going to say, wow, that sounds pretty good. And, let's talk, let's chat. And so then they chat with you, and then you come up with a live. You get on there in front of those people, and before you know it, you've got people listening to you, going to your website, getting your budgeting tips, and hiring you. That's what I mean. Get in front of the people who want to hire you and who will hire you, who are looking for you. Because there are people out there that are looking for you and what you do right now. You just got to find them. You got to get in front of them. And sometimes it's a referral. Sometimes it's by doing a Facebook Live or a YouTube Live or an Instagram story, Periscope. And Periscope is still around. I thought that it was just dead in the water, but no, it's real niche-y. If you've got a good niche, or you know of a niche that you can tap into, that's where the Periscope people are, and it allows you. I don't know. It's different from Facebook Live in that it doesn't have to be just in your group or just on your page. It can be, when you go live, it kind of goes out to everybody. If you have the right keywords in your title, then you never know who you're going to attract. So make sure that you're looking to attract the people that you want to attract. And you want to look for, in addition, I've found out, I've learned this myself, you want to look for business owners with 5 to 15 employees. Because the thing is, if they have employees, they're usually making more money that they're having to make money to sustain them and the employees. So they're not just looking at, oh, my God, you want how much a month to do what now? I can't even spare $150. You want more than that, because you get one person paying you $150, and that may be okay depending on what you're doing, but time is money. If you're spending 5 hours and one person is paying you $150 and you get like 5 people, it might be at your limit there. You know what I'm saying? So look for the business owners who have 5 to 15 employees, and you can usually check them out. They're going to be on Facebook, too. They're going to be on LinkedIn also. You can check out their company, see who's working for them, see who's connected with them. You do your research, do your due diligence. The key is that you want to look for people that you don't have to convince that they need your service. They need to be ready, and they're looking for someone to do this thing. That's the key. And they're looking for the people who want to work, you are looking for the people who want to work with you and will pay you. They are actually out there looking for you. And once you meet up, boom, it's a beautiful thing. So I just wanted to come to you today and just tell you, it's good to grind. It's good to hustle, but we want to profit. We want to make some money so we can go live the lifestyle that we want. And your lifestyle may be simple. Mine is I want to be able to see my grandkids when I want to see them, take them out, have some ice cream, do some things, spend some time with my husband, and, be able to take some days off when I just don't feel like working. All of us feel that way. You don't feel like doing this one thing or that one thing. You just feel like doing nothing. Sitting in front of the TV just doing nothing. And you should be able to do that every once in a while at least when you have your own business, because that's what you got a business for. But for some reason we have this thing that we're supposed to grind and hustle till our fingers fall off, and it's just not that. There's just more to life than that. And sometimes things happen in your life where you reevaluate everything that's going on, and you see, am I living the life that I really want to live? Because when you started your business, you knew you weren't living the life you wanted to live. That's why you started your business. And now your business has taken over your life. And, if you take one day off or one downtime, then everything just goes to put. And then, that's not good either. So if you, have some questions or you want to know more about some strategies to help you start making more money in your business, I would love to talk with you. If you will go to let's have an online wow assessment. It's a complimentary assessment, 45 minutes. We'll look at your website, your social media, what your social media plans look like, what your online presence looks like, and get to the bottom of where you're missing out on clients and what you can do to stop that from happening. I'd love to chat with you and see how I can help you, and it may not involve you doing anything or purchasing anything. It may be just a couple of things I can give you. Do that, and then boom, you're off on your way. That's fine. I'd still love to meet you and chat with you and see how can I be of service to you. So you can get that by going to csicorporation.com/online wow. csicorporation.com/online wow. So I look forward to talking with you. And please join me again next week. And in the meantime, everyone have a safe and happy Memorial Day. Get your sun in, get your fun on, and then get ready to get back to work on Monday or Tuesday, depending on when you're going to do it. And I will see you next week. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for listening. We truly appreciate it. For information about guests, products, or services that were mentioned in this episode, log on to our website at www.csicorporation.com/unmarketing. To learn more, get a glimpse of our upcoming schedule, and join the unmarketing nation of entrepreneurs who are using marketing techniques that work right now. Until next time, keep moving forward.